So I am standing in front of one of the largest Decathlon stores around that also doubles as a campus for offices. So we're actually surrounded by office buildings that are all part of the Decathlon brand. So we're gonna actually go check out the store right now. So we're gonna look at an actual, like, what is Decathlon to everybody else. When you actually walk in, what do they have? What does it look like? And this one is huge. So I'm excited to see the at length of it. So let's go check it out. So we're gonna give you a little demonstration of proper rowing technique here in the store using the DOMYOS 100.
It looks so small.
Thank you.
It looks like a toy to you.
I feel huge right
Yeah.
now. Okay, I don't think there's a resistance adjustment here. All right. Oh, there's not. There is not. Okay, so this is essentially like rowing when there is no tension on the handle.
Yeah.
This is just a straight up bungee system.
Yeah,
with
that's
a
it.
Singular bungee.
Yeah.
And it doesn't appear that I can actually change the tension on this. It's a very weird feeling. It's like rowing through air.
This is something really for beginners.
Yeah.
And this is 150 euros.
You guys may have seen the video that we've done where I'm comparing Concept 2 and I bought a $10 machine. And I think the argument I made is similar to the argument that you'd make for this. For 149 euros, this at least gets you doing the movement. Very entry level. It's very compact, so it's not gonna take up space. I will say it's the first machine that I've seen that does not make noise. There's no noise to make. It's just it's a bungee, right? There's no wind resistance, there's no water resistance, there's no gear resistance. It's just a bungee. I would think that the thing that could make something like this a little bit better is if we could add bungees so that you get increased resistance and it would still be dead silent. And it's funny, somebody actually said in a comment the other day, some of us are more concerned with noise because we live in small apartments and small spaces. This would be the perfect solution for that. And I could almost see improvising this system to add resistance yourself in some way. Perhaps you could loop some of your own bands from here around here. I don't know. 149 on a rowing machine. I see a bunch more over there. Let's check these out. Gradually stepping our way up in machines here. So now I am looking at the DOMYOS 120. We're adding a bit of resistance. I'm going to assume that this is a mag resistance. May be wrong on this, but I'm going to assume it's a mag resistance. It looks like I'm seeing the portability of this thing as well. I'm going to assume it folds in half, so we get a compact structure as well. I get movable foot plates. Oh, yep, I get movable foot plates. Simple foot adjustments, some foot stretchers. I can adjust my maglev here. I do get a monitor with some kind of phone tablet holder here. Ah, okay, so there we go. Ah, there we go. So I can put a phone or tablet. Smart, actually. I like that addition. I'm gonna see calories, time. I'm assuming count means stroke rate. Let's see how this feels. All right, so I actually get some resistance. It restarts a little bit each time. I should probably lighten this to take that down a few notches. Dead silent on this machine. Something that some people ask for. Pretty interesting. Arguably, at $249, you're $100 step up from the first machine. I would say heavily favoring this machine over the two. Right? If you're entry level, you're, $1,000 for a Concept 2 is out of your price range. But you've got under $250. This is my go-to for sure. Obviously, we're going to go to a $399 machine here in a second, but now I get some better resistance adjustment. I still have portability. I now get a phone adapter.
You got the phone adapter on the 102 as well.
Oh,
yeah.
There was a phone adapter there, I didn't see it. I'm going to assume, because there's a phone holder, I would hope that perhaps there's some future of a training program that you could do with this, or you could perhaps follow my videos, for example. Place it right here and you've got a built-in holder, whereas on the Concept 2 you do have to buy that little silicone holder that I've got. I'd say this is a big step up for $100 extra. Adjustable resistance, monitor, foot stretchers that move. The seat looks a little bit longer. Downside, I can't get very deep into the stroke.
Yeah.
You'll notice that my shins aren't anywhere close to vertical, and I am fully in the catch right now. All right, so this would be probably my biggest hindrance, The handle width is good, so I'm okay with that. But as far as how deep I can get, I'm running into it.
Yeah.
So, you know, as far as somebody tall goes, you may find a bit of a frustration in the inability to get deep into the capsule. Let me take a few more strokes. Way better on the resistance for sure, and it's still silent, so that's cool. Now we're on the 500. I'm gonna assume that this is going to come with some kind of connectivity ability.
Yep.
So now my phone's gonna probably be able to connect to this monitor. Again, I could be wrong, I don't know the machine, and I'm just giving you first flush impressions here. So we're gonna get a more advanced monitor from what I'm seeing. My resistance is digitally adjusted, so I have no idea how it's doing that, but it is happening. I have no more movement on the foot stretcher here. It's fixed at this point. Similar to a Concept 2. Handle now is a bent handle. I feel like I'm kind of holding on to like bicycle handlebars. So if I want to increase my resistance, I'm doing this. Yeah, okay, it definitely got harder. My feet are really wide though. You'll notice that the machine's progressively gotten thicker. So now my feet are pretty wide. Some might actually appreciate this. For those of you who tend to enjoy more of a split of the legs, which again, I'm not an advocate for, but you know, for example, if you're pregnant or you're working on weight loss, you're on this machine, your belly is getting in the way, you may appreciate having a slightly wider leg on this thing. Now mind you, I actually have no idea if these are available in the States. I'm simply reviewing because I got excited and I walked in here and I saw a whole bunch of rowing machines set up, including a Concept 2 at the end. So, okay, I get split for the first time here. I'm actually seeing a per 500 meter split on this monitor. I've got heart rate connectivity, which means I'm probably gonna be able to connect to some kind of heart rate monitor. And then I've got about the same adjustments, although this is gonna allow me to actually program, it looks like. I'm gonna be able to program a workout on this machine.
You get internal program as well.
Oh, like built-in workouts?
Yep.
Okay, so this is giving me built-in workouts. It's got some standards in here. Now you're taking a $150 jump up from the previous one to this one. That depends if you want the more advanced monitor is essentially what you're getting with this. The feeling feels exactly the same between these two machines, although this one is digitally altered when you want more resistance. Still dead silent, which I would say that's a big impressive point that many people in tight spaces have asked about. They always say, you know, what's the best quiet machine because a Concept 2 is too loud. Bothers my neighbor's water rower is still too loud. So there you have it. That's the DOMYOS 500. Next up, what looks like a water rower.
This is not a DOMYOS one, so pure design. This is a brand
I've never heard
of that.
I think this is a water rower white label. Even the little ribs on the foot stretchers tell me water rower. I'm gonna assume we're gonna get like your standard water rower feel out of this. Always strap across the widest part of the foot, right? Those of you who know. Not a whole lot of return from the handle. But yeah, we're getting a water rower feel here. You get that tank of water, gives you that satisfying swoosh that people love about the water rower. Biggest frustration I've always had with water rowers is the feet feel really high compared to the seat, so I always feel like it's really hard for me to get into that catch position because of that height of the foot, so it's creating a really tight hip angle. And you know, then you as well deal with the lack of ability to adjust resistance. So you improve look and design for sure, right? It's wood, it's a nice wood, just looks beautiful, looks like a piece of furniture. You got the tank of water, also looks pretty. You get this swoosh that everybody loves. You know, the reason it was so popular in House of Cards because it looks beautiful, it sounds nice. So you get those tactile pieces that make it look more appropriate in a home setting if you're looking for good aesthetic. Performance-wise, it doesn't have as much return, it's not as snappy, it's more of a casual machine, I would say, to be able to really like crank on this. I would say from this machine, everything that I've looked at so far, you're gonna struggle if you really wanna hammer on it. If you wanna hammer on it, you probably need something a little bit more robust. And finally, we've got our Concept 2. I don't have to tell you anything about the Concept 2. I've made enough videos about this. Here we are, Concept 2. We've almost had like a progression, both from cost and in efficiency of design. You know, there's nothing as robust as a Concept 2 that's out there. They're machines. These are built to be beat up and last and be inexpensive to work on. The resale, I call them the Toyota of workout machines because you can buy a brand new one. You don't like it a year from now, you can sell it for maybe $50 less than you bought it for. It's a great investment, it's a great deal, easy to work on. So those are our Decathlon rowing options. There's no end to the store. It's huge. It's impressive.